The second half of the topic. The first half of the topic was investments. You putting money into the bank and then paying you interest. Loans is the other thing. That's the second half of your topic. The loans that we deal with for the majority of this are known as reducing balance loans. If you go on the internet, they're also known as principal and interest loans. They're the most common method of borrowing money from banks and credit unions here in Australia. What is the situation? You are a borrower. You do not have a large sum of money. So you need someone that has a large sum of money. Who are those people that have large sums of money? The banks or credit unions in Australia. So you, the borrower, get your required principal from the bank and you agree to pay it back as well as the interest you owe the bank for borrowing money that wasn't yours. And you pay that back with regular payments over a period of time. The financial institutions calculate the interest on the reducing balance of the loan, which is reducing because your regular payments pay off a little bit of principal each time and a little bit of interest each time. That is why it's called a principal and interest loan. That is the description of it. But what we care about is the mathematics of it. So if the bank is giving you a giant chunk of money straight up, what sign is PV going to be? Positive. Well done. Positive. Bank gives you a sum of money. However, you are paying the bank back. So what is PMT going to be? Positive or negative? Well done. Negative. You are paying the bank back for their investment in you. Basically, the bank is investing in you because they're making money off of you through interest. At the end of a loan, what do you want FV to be? What do you want to owe the bank at the end of a loan? Zero. Zero. You want to have no debt at the end. I'll scroll down so that you can get the stuff that's in blue. Can I just remind you that I've given you a formula for the interest earned on an investment. You don't have to write this again. I'm putting this here because I want to contrast it to the different formula that you need for loans. You need a different formula to find the interest charged on a loan because the money is moving in a completely opposite direction. The interest that you pay on a loan is all of the money that you pay over the time period. Take away what you borrowed in the first place. Right? You're paying interest in a loan because you didn't have money in the first place. So the formula that should be on your cheat sheet is this. The interest on loans is equal to PMT times by N minus, in brackets, PV take FV. This must go on your cheat sheet. Your textbook does not give this formula. Why? I don't know. My formula works for all loans, whether fully or partially paid off. So please get this. No joking about it. You're going to be hammering this formula for your DI and for your questions in your test and exam. Make sure you got your graphics calculator ready to go. We'll do an example of a loan. This formula is supremely important. Every year someone confuses this formula with the interest formula for investments. And every year I'll remind you not to do that, but someone will do it. There's two different interest calculations. With an investment, who's getting the interest? You or the bank? Me. Yes. With the loan, who's getting the interest? Good. That's why there's two different formulas. Okay? Let's do an example. Ryan takes out a 10 grand loan to be repaid over 3 years at 9.6% per annum interest, compounding monthly. Calculate the monthly repayments he's going to have to make to pay off this loan is A. B, hence calculate the total interest charged, and then C, what is the outstanding balance after 1 year of repayments? Can we answer A first together? It's a TVM solver question, so N PV, PMT, FV, and PY and CY. What's the interest rate according to this question? Yep. You don't need to convert. You just chuck the number in. PV, it is a loan. So what is the sum of money that he's getting from the bank instantly? 10,000 as a positive because it's going to him. It's asking you to find the monthly repayment. So I'm going to put a little star next to PMT. Well, that's what I'm solving for. You want to work out the monthly repayment. So what do you want to owe at the end of a loan? Nothing. It's compounding monthly and it's asking for the monthly repayment. So PY and CY are both 12. Because I've decided that, I can now work out what N is. It's 3 years compounding monthly. So what am I going to times? 3 times by 12, which is 36. Remember, you can do math in the calculator. 3 times by 12. 26, 9.6, 10,000. FV, so I just need to make PY and CY 12. So alpha, enter on PMT. That means for him to be able to do that, it's going to cost $320.80 to 2 decimal points. So monthly repayments of $320.80. Give you a moment to get that. Where's he was here today. Huh? Oh, physio, okay. All right, let's find the interest he paid on that loan. PMT, he paid $320.80. How many times did he pay $320.80 over the course of this loan? 36 times. Take away. That PV take FV represents the debt paid off. PV was 10 grand. What was FV by the end of the loan? 0. So he paid off all of his debt with that. So second quit to go to the calculator. 320.8 times by 36. Take away the 10 grand, but taking 0 is the same as just making it 10 grand. So he paid $1,548.80 in interest on a loan of $10,000. So really the idea of these loans, principal interest, is more pain in the long run for short-term gain. Because what's going to be more painful to a normal person, just spending 10 grand straight up or doing $320.80 every month? You're not going to feel the $320.80, but what's the consequence? You're paying $1,548.80 more for the thing that should have just been 10 grand. Okay? So if you want to take life advice from me, the only thing that you should ever borrow money for is your house, because no one's walking around with 400 grand in cash. If you're paying a loan for a car, you couldn't afford the car in the first place. If you're paying heaven forbid you went to JB Hi-Fi and you did finance on a TV, bro, you couldn't afford that in the first place. Just wait. Only one thing you should buy on a loan is a house, please. Because I'm going to show you, your DI is about how you reduce the interest on that. And then C, what is the outstanding balance after 1 year of repayments? What a lot of people find is the hardest part of loans is dealing with the partially paid off ones. But let's revise this. If I look at this TVM solver, I arranged to have a loan for 3 years paid off monthly. So N, does that 36 represent the whole life of the loan? That represents paying it off. So if I want to find the outstanding balance after 1 year of repayments, what am I going to make N?
12.
Say it louder. 12. Yes. 12. Because everything else is going to be the same. So PV equals 10 grand. PMT is what we worked out last time. Negative $320.80 to 2DP. Is FV now going to be 0? If you've only been paying this loan off for a year, is FV now going to be 0? No, you've only been paying it for a third of the time. So I'm solving for FV. PY and CY are both 12. No, PY, CY are both 12. So because I've only partially paid off the loan now, 12. So if I solve for FV, see how it's saying negative $6,979.84 to 2 decimal points. So what does that say that Ryan still owes the bank after 1 year?
6,979.
So Ryan still owes $6,979.84 after 1 year. Okay. Can you get that example down, please? Your exercises are 8A. Please do not do question 1. It's not needed anymore. I should have removed it from the timeline, but I haven't because I'm a busy man. So question 1, ignore. Everything else is TVM solver stuff. Okay. You might have noticed if you're subbed, I put up a starting your DI video. I don't care if you get a head start and choose your house for your assignment, but I'll formally teach that on Thursday. Okay. Choose something realistic.